Marshall in the middle.
Do you remember a time or a day or a moment like sometimes I ask this question like what was your longest day? Do you remember going, "Oh my gosh,"
There's not one for military mentors really. There is one for there's many in my life, and usually a lot of them are when I was younger and life was just in shambles. But if I can think of one military related, it was when on that first deployment when Michael Crutchfield shot himself. We didn't have a death for 9 months in Cold Steel, and that morning we gave one of our young specialists an Article 15 for just patterns of misconduct, things like that. And that kid went back to his office in the motor pool on that deployment, barricaded himself in the room. He put on his IBA without any plates in it. He pulled his 9mm out. He loaded it. He put it to his chest and he shot himself. Didn't die immediately. Our medics, one of them being his roommate, worked on him, like kept him at like a kind of even keel, and we got him to the cache, and he died there. And I remember all the phone calls, the radios, chirping, and at the time, Bill Herrera was my company commander. Han D. Wolf was my first sergeant, and I was the battery XO. I remember all of us rushing down to the hospital and the cache rather, and he just didn't make it. And they, back then and what was going on at the time, the doc came out with all the stuff all over him, didn't even clean himself up. He's like, hey, he's gone. Y'all want to go in there and see him? And I was the first person walking the room, and I could see him just like I can see you on the screen right now. Just as he was gone. Gray, fluids leaking out, all of that. Super long day for all of us. Tore our battery up because there were certain people in there that was like, didn't believe in you taking your own life, and you can't do that, especially in combat. Then you had a lot of other people that was like, this kid had troubles, we tried to take care of him, and it was our failure. Definitely that one of the longest days of my military life for sure. And I still deal with old young Crutchfield and how that all kind of planned out, how it all happened. And I know there's guys that are in 3-4 that might be listening to this and remembers that, and they're, even me probably saying his name out loud for some folks is going to piss some people off. Some people are still not happy with the decision that happened at that time. But if you're one of those folks that are out there and ever want to talk about Michael Crutchfield, hit me up. We can definitely talk about it and work through it.
Marshall in the middle.